Thank you very much.
What would you like President Ramaphosa to do about the situation that we've just seen on the screen?
I don't know. Look, these are articles over the last few days. Death of people. Death. Horrible death. Death. I don't know. To pick anyone. White South Africans.
To tell you, this was actually an ambush.
It was never going to be dialogue.
No.
Look, it was painted as a diplomatic mission. They went under the guise of diplomacy, but it wasn't, and I think I'm just surprised that they didn't learn from what happened to Zelensky. You saw what happens when you go to the Oval Office and talk to Trump. Why would you think yours would be different? I don't know why anybody would think that.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. My name is Luke and I'm joined by...
Hey guys, what it is, it's Chris, but you already knew that. Welcome to another episode.
Hey, crazy things have been happening.
A lot's been going on, bro. It's hard to keep up, but then there's some stories that you just can't ignore. It's like in your face, pops up,
Sure.
And yeah, you've got to just get to the bottom of it. And I guess that's what we're going to be doing on this episode.
This is more like a storyline.
Yeah, this is a bit of a storyline.
Yeah, it is, because we first covered the whole 70,000+ white South Africans, Boers, Afrikaners, wanting to immigrate.
Yeah. Like, go to America.
Is it migrate? Immigrate?
Migrate? Yeah. Immigrate is to leave. Yes.
Yeah.
To immigrate.
Yes, to the US and wanting to become refugees there. And we spoke about it. You guys can go watch the video. And then we followed it up by this. I think it was it last week we posted?
Yes, I think it was.
I think a few weeks back.
Last week.
About their arrival in the US. So now, Cyril Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa, recently, I think a week ago, or last week, had a meeting, a sit down with President Trump. Mm-hmm. Because in a previous video, he stated that he was on a call with President Trump, trying to tell him about the whole genocide, conspiracy, and everything in SA like that. So now they had a face-to-face.
Yeah, like a one-on-one.
You know what? Let's just watch it.
Mr. President, what would it take for you to be convinced that there's no white genocide in South Africa?
Well, I can answer that for the night. It's for him. I'm serious.
I'd rather have him in jail.
I'm not answering that. It will be.
I'm respectful response to you. Thank you, Mr. President.
It will take President Trump listening to the voices of South Africans, some of whom are his good friends, like those who are here. When we have talks between us on the quiet table, it will take President Trump to listen to them. I'm not going to be repeating what I've been saying. I would say if there was Afrikaner farmer genocide, I can bet you these three gentlemen would not be here, including my Minister of Agriculture. He would not be with me. So it'll take him, President Trump, listening to their stories, to their perspective. That is the answer to your question.
But, Mr. President, I must say that we have, we have thousands of stories talking about it. We have documentaries, we have news stories. And is Natalie here, somebody here to turn that? I could show you a couple of things, and it has to be responded to.
Sure.
Let me see the articles, please, if you would. And turn the lights down. Turn the lights down, and just put this on. It's right behind you.
So far, Trump just being his usual uncanny self, man of the people, is Donald Trump. Yeah, he's a zany character. You kind of get the idea that this is building up to be something tense.
Yeah.
Right? Because Cyril's point was, I'm not going to repeat what's already been said.
He even said it himself. He says,
He did.
I'm not going to repeat.
Yeah, because we've got enough facts to tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
What you think is happening isn't happening.
Uh-huh.
And then Trump, in rebuttal, although he doesn't say he's rebuting him, but you can tell why, because he's like, oh, okay, let me show you my evidence. Yeah. Natalie, where are you? Put on the slide.
Pull out the and bring all the guns that we have.
Exactly.
You know what? One thing, okay. Besides the whole point, I'm actually impressed by Cyril. The fact that you can see he's actually not intimidated. Like, Cyril doesn't give a flip.
Yeah, in this first few moments, definitely. That's the idea you're getting. He's confident. Yeah. He knows what he's here to talk about.
Wait. What do you mean in the first few minutes?
In the first few moments here, that's the image you're getting, because I don't know how much you guys have seen the videos or how far the video, like as far as the video progresses, and how people have been speaking about it. But again, also people like to take the things that they want to hear, right? They don't always look at the full picture.
Yeah.
But the consensus is Cyril didn't represent South Africa well. Cyril failed to represent Africa properly. And Cyril was basically a coward by not standing up to Trump more than he did.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a different story to stand up in a man's house with all your guns. I mean, this is his house, bro.
This is his house.
This is his
it's
house.
not a neutral playing ground.
Yeah, it's not a neutral break.
He knows what he did.
And we know the type of person Trump is, bro.
We know. We saw it with Zelensky earlier this year. So it's no surprise that Trump was going to pull a stunt like this.
Yeah.
He was going to go off of on Cyril and, he was going to be Donald Trump.
And worse, our president is black. Zelensky is white.
Well,
so the ambush is double.
You know what? It's hectic, but like with Zelensky, that was just, I don't know. That was wow. That was disrespectful. Is even putting it lightly. Like Zelensky,
they told him that his attire is not suitable for the White House.
Zelensky was violated in the White House. I don't understand why that needed to happen.
They even compared him to some guy who was putting on a suit.
Did he come there for a fashion show? He didn't.
Yeah.
And with Zelensky, Trump was a bit more vexed because Zelensky came there for financial aid regarding Russia. So he's like, no, we're not giving you any money. So he was proper pissed off. With Cyril, it's just Cyril's here to defend his country. He's here to tell him that the facts aren't right.
Is like, why Cyril? Like, why are you going to defend your country? There's certain president that don't give two flip about anything else.
And a lot of people ask that exact same question. Why did Cyril go to America in the first place?
Yeah, like, why you want to be a wimp who says, oh no, Mr. President, let's call a meeting? Why? If Trump is so concerned about what is happening in your country, why doesn't he just call a meeting or fly over here?
Why doesn't he come here?
Exactly. Why do you need to go, like, defend yourself and speak to this big man? Come on.
Some analysts said it's like Cyril went to go meet his boss and explain what's happening at a regional branch. That's what it looks like.
I mean, there was no need for Cyril to actually disrespect himself like this.
Big time. I don't know. Maybe the intention was, let's de-escalate the situation, but I don't know if this was the best way to go about it.
No, but how this de-escalated? Because look at this, bro. This person is first and foremost violating the laws in your country because he's introducing a program that you did not actually agree to on the citizens of your country.
Exactly.
I know the citizens have their right to choose whether they want to participate in this program being offered or not. But still, two presidents should actually sit down and decide and agree on, yes, you want to do this for people in my country who are somehow, in danger and are facing some sort of genocide conspiracy,
Yeah.
They should agree. They should come to an agreement to that. Then you can therefore proceed with the program. This person violated that. And you still have the time to go meet this very person. And worse, he embarrasses you in front of the whole world.
Terrible stuff, bro.
That's flipping
terrible
crazy.
Stuff.
You know what? Let's continue.
There's nothing this parliament can do. With or without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. South Africa occupy land. That's who we are. Whatever we want to do, we can withdraw my membership from this useless parliament.
Yes, honorable member. Must never be scared to kill. A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing, because the killing is part of a revolutionary act. Shoot to kill. Namaza. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. Pa, 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 pa. To kill. Namaza. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. The banner of DANPE
white man.
Can we just?
Yeah, that is an ambush and a half. Our Prezi didn't see that coming, bro. That was such an ambush. The guys at the Alamo didn't get ambushed as bad as Trump, Ramaphosa did. Oh, bro, like, who does that? Blindsided this man. Nah, bro.
Yo.
Did you see how his whole demeanor just changed sitting in there, in that seat?
Sarah went from level 100 to like -10.
Yeah, it dropped. The aura sank, bro. The aura sank so hard.
It was so, God, this was really an ambush.
It was.
And worse, Trump is pulling like a Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Where he pulls up evidence on the TV. Because
it's there for everyone to see.
If I'm going to meet my friend, a TV should not be involved to show me evidence.
No, that's bad.
We can talk about it.
We can.
The mere fact that there's a TV, meaning you prepared.
Don't you think Cyril should have been prepared to defend himself against something like this?
Because the thing is, Cyril, I think, thought that they're going to have like a civil meeting, talk down and all.
Exactly.
It didn't know that it's going to be rough and that Trump is unpredictable.
He's
very unpredictable.
Yeah.
I don't think Cyril really anticipated that it's going to go like this, and evidence is going to be pulled live on TV.
Supposed evidence. See. But again,
with loud, you see how loud it is.
Yeah, it's loud, like it's projected. Everybody in that room can hear it,
and even people outside.
They probably could. The guy standing outside the door could probably hear it.
They even compiled all of Julius.
Yeah, all of Julius's rants, his speeches, his rallies, and everything in one video.
Then Sarah is scratching his head. He's sweating. He's sweating times 100.
Oh.
He's scratching his chair. He's fidgeting. Oh man. Okay.
He is not composed at all.
Oh, bro.
Ish. Yeah, no. That's blindsiding.
So these people, when you want to hit them hard, go after a white man. They feel a terrible pain because you have touched a white man. Not because Mashama and Soli will not be touched. They will be touched, no one. But we are starting with this whiteness. We are cutting the throat of whiteness.
Shoot, kill, Yamaza, kill the brewer, the farmer, kill the brewer, the farmer. Shoot to kill, Yamaza.
Julius also tanking the squad this man.
Kill the brewer, the farmer.
Yeah. But they played this video like 4 times already.
Was not called for the killing of white people, at least for us.
Yeah. What do you do in that situation? Yo.
Okay. So yes.
Whoa. What do you do in that situation?
It's an ambush. This was an ambush. Because Julius is not a representation of South Africa.
To an extent, he is now, eh?
Okay, we'll talk about that.
We will.
But he's not a reflection of the South African government.
No, he isn't.
He's not.
He's not.
He's got a political party.
Yes.
Political movement within South Africa.
That's true.
So the mere fact that Trump used that to somehow paint the overall South African government is so unfair.
That's naughty.
That's crazy.
They've got intelligence and they know that the EFF is not part of the ruling party.
Yeah.
The EFF is not the ruling party. It's on the come up. We understand this. It's got a lot of influence in the country, but they don't make the rules. They don't run the country. So for him to pull up videos of the EFF and fixate on that one point, right? That terrible song, and disregard everything else. Yeah, I know he's trying to prove a point, but that's really naughty of him. I don't know why he'd do something like that.
That's the thing. As I'm saying, this was an ambush, and can you see, Cyril is so uncomfortable already.
Yeah, I mean, how does he even start defending what was said there?
This is.
I feel
crazy.
bad now looking at this. Prezzo walked into a trap. This wasn't really.
Cupkeezy. That's what they call him.
They call him Cupkeezy.
Yeah.
Why they call him
It's
that?
cupcake.
Oh
but
shit.
The keys is for the streets.
Oh wow,
It's the
Cupkeezy.
screw.
The screw.
Yeah, in the street they call him Cupkeezy.
Some guys on a show, I think it's like some Pan-African talk show.
Yeah.
They said Cyril walked into a trap with his eyes open and his brain switched off.
No.
Do you disagree with
I
that?
I actually disagree with that. I think our president is smart, a very intelligent individual.
Yeah.
Right.
One time.
Who wanted to have a civil conversation, right? But the opponent, the next person, was not coming for that. The next person just wanted to make his point, and his point to be heard, and just fixate on what he has made his mind on, and that's it.
Do you ever think there's going to be a situation where Ramaphosa changes Trump's mind in this sitting?
In this type of setting,
I didn't think.
no,
I'll just be honest. I don't think so.
no.
I really don't believe that whatever the outcome, whether or not they brought out this video,
Yeah.
Trump wasn't there to have his mind changed.
No. I'm not. His mind is. I'm not gonna be convinced. That's his
Yeah,
mind.
his mind's made up
even
already.
Cyril at the beginning actually stated it that look, I'm tired. I'm not ready to try and convince us.
Exactly.
No, nothing like that. So wait, do they go into a whole back and forth?
I think they eventually do when Trump starts spazzing out. Like, we might need to forward the video a bit more because here clearly they're still watching. And then from about here, I think. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
What would you like President Ramaphosa to do about the situation
I
that
don't
we've just
know.
seen on the screen?
I don't know. Look, these are articles over the last few days. Death of people. Death. Horrible death. Death. I don't know. To pick anyone. White South Africans are fleeing because of the violence and racist laws. And this is all. I mean, I'll give these to you. So when you say what would I like to do, I don't know what to do. Look at this white South African couple saying that they were attacked violently.
President Trump, when will you go and see for yourself if it isn't?
Well, I could do that. Look, here's burial sites all over the place. These are all white farmers that are being buried. And he asks about a jet that was given. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You know, you are so bad. You're such a bad reporter. This is one after another. This family was wiped out. I'm just looking.
Can we get a report from President Ramaphosa?
reaction to those videos?
Well, I think the videos are so. No. When you look at the videos, I mean, how does it get worse? And these are people that are officials, and they're saying that kill the white farmer and take their land. That's what it is. But I have other friends in South Africa. I have people that left. One in particular that says you can't go there. He said they want to take your land, and they kill you. It's okay, and they say it's okay to do. Now, we're going to talk about it, but this is a tremendous, look, this is a story recently. These are all people that recently got killed. Yeah. And I don't know how it can get any worse. These are all and you know, the men that you saw, the people that you saw, well, these are officials. Those are people that were in office. They had one march, they had a dance in your parliament, whatever you may call it, legislature.
Let me clarify that.
Yeah.
Let me clarify that, because what you saw, the speeches that were being made, one, that is not government policy. We have a multi-party democracy in South Africa that allows people to express themselves, political parties to adhere to various policies, and in many cases, or in some cases, those policies do not go along with government policy. Our government policy is completely against what he was saying, even in the parliament. And they're a small minority party, which is allowed to exist in terms of our constitution.
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can
and then
take
when
land.
they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer, nothing happens to them.
No, there is
Nothing happens to
There is criminality in our country. People who do get killed, unfortunately through criminal activity, are not only white people. Majority of them are black people. And we have now
The farmers are not black. The farmers are not black. I don't say that's good or bad, but the farmers are not black. and the people that are being killed in large numbers, and you saw all those grave sites, and those are people that loved ones going, I guess on a Sunday morning, they told me, to pay respect to their loved ones that were killed. Their heads chopped off, they died violently. And, you know, I mean, we're here to talk about it, and I didn't know we'd get involved here, but I will say this, that if the news wasn't fake, like NBC, which is fake news, totally, one of the worst, ABC, NBC, CBS, horrible, but if they weren't fake news like this jerk, that we have here. If we had real reporters, they'd be covering it. But the fake news in this country doesn't talk about that.
Okay.
That's a lot to take in, bro.
That's
Honestly,
actually a lot.
That
Again,
is
you
a
can
lot
see
to take
this
in.
person is so impervious. His mind is actually closed off to any thoughts outside him. So he doesn't want to listen. Trump actually made up his mind.
Long back.
He doesn't want to listen. But I blame Cyril in this whole thing. He messed up. Cyril messed up.
He
Cyril
did.
messed up.
Look, again, and there's many different ways you can look at this, right? But for me, it's the lack of preparation in a sense. I get he went there for a diplomatic mission. He wanted to chat with President Donald Trump. They wanted to iron things out. But come with some hard facts of your own. You don't need to pull them up. Like, don't need to show him graphs and everything. Yeah, I get he was trying to rebut Trump's point here and be like, no, criminal activities exist in the country. That's why people are dying. But there was no conviction behind that for me. It seemed like something that you say in passing, right?
Yeah.
It seemed a bit too general, his statements.
Okay.
It didn't really have that.
Even if it does not have, like, it is not substantial, it doesn't actually bring, like, concrete evidence. What other evidence do you think will sway Trump from his original point? Tell me, which other evidence?
Looking at this, I don't know. You know what? I don't even think evidence or stats would sway Trump at this point. He's probably got his own stats to counter the stats that we would have presented had we brought stats.
I mean, he presented, Cyril's rebuttal was, people that get killed are not only white. Black people get killed too. In fact, black people are getting killed in numbers. His point was, but black people, those are not the farmers. Bro, did you listen to the point that I made?
That wasn't exactly, bro. That wasn't Cyril's point. Cyril's point wasn't that farmers were being killed.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I know. I got it. He completely just dodged what Cyril said and then continued on his train of thought and wanted to make his point more relevant.
Yeah.
How can you have a debate or let alone dialogue with someone, somebody like that?
You can't actually have a conversation like this. So yes, I blame Cyril. He was not supposed to do this. I do understand. I think the one thing is Cyril, right? I don't understand the need for our presidents to be tame and very diplomatic. That has never actually achieved anything.
Yeah,
from what I know,
if history reminds us of anything, that's pretty much it.
It doesn't achieve anything. Trump is brutal, and he came with this brutality. Another president with the same attitude would be like, F that guy, I won't go see him. And in fact, that plan, he won't implement it within my country.
No.
If they want to board a plane, let them board a plane outside my country.
Yeah.
Then they can get to the destination. That's what other presidents do. That's when you know, yes. But the mere fact that you have to cower and present yourself before other people actually says quite a lot. Because it might mean you are a slave or puppet to the overall powers.
And that's what's being said about Prezzo right now. It's that, like, look, you went there and what it looked like was somebody chatting to his boss and his boss just bringing up fact after fact, fact after fact, points after points, and then you can hardly even get a sentence in.
That's what this was. So very, very disappointing. I just wish it didn't go. I hope this never repeats itself. But then again, it's going to repeat itself. Because if we remember from the video we covered, remember Rupert? Mm-hmm. Remember one of the videos we covered?
Yeah, with Johan Rupert.
Yeah, his relationship with Cyril.
Exactly.
And Rupert was in the thingy as well.
Was he here?
Yeah.
In the Oval Office?
Yeah. He even got to speak.
Obviously in defense of South Africans.
Yes.
Yes, of course. But like, why did Rupert need to come with him though?
Again, I think this does not even speak to the conspiracy. It's our presidents and that are so diplomatic actually bow to powers we can't see. So, and we can't really argue with it. And here we have it.
Yeah, I mean, look, these diplomatic ties are being shaken at their core. I don't want to say, do we even have strong diplomatic relationships with America anymore? That remains to be seen after this.
That is really shaking.
Because I think people in Cyril's cabinet wouldn't really have liked to see this happen.
No.
And if he was reprimanded or somebody in his cabinet told him off about this, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just crazy how Cyril went there with reporters. Reporters in the background, if you hear, reporters are even the one to tell Trump that
exactly.
We want to hear from Cyril. Please let Cyril speak. To tell you, this was actually an ambush.
It was never going to be dialogue.
No.
Look, it was painted as a diplomatic mission. They went under the guise of diplomacy, but it wasn't. And I think I'm just surprised that they didn't learn from what happened to Zelensky. You saw what happens when you go to the Oval Office and talk to Trump. Why would you think yours would be different? I don't know why anybody would think that. Surely, if someone else is going to go to the Oval Office, they would have learned their lesson by now.
Yeah.
If somebody goes to the Oval Office again this year, please, you know exactly what it's going to be.
It's like we going for a manhood measuring contest.
Pretty much. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's what we're going. Who's got the longest?
And it's for me, it's the audacity, right? Like, how do you come there with unsolicited or unverified information to the extent where the information and the visuals don't even match? As a whole sitting president, you do something like that and you do it with confidence.
Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about that in the next video. So that's it, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave your thoughts below. Really appreciate it. And tell us what you think about this overall thing, because as for us, it was so embarrassing. Both on first and foremost, I think we're going to speak for the president, Cyril Ramaphosa. That was a bad move.
Yeah, no.
But then again, it seems as if he had no other choice, because the power that be said you have to go there.
Yeah,
so
that's what it's looking like.
Yeah, and that's how it was. So yeah, guys, see you on the next one.
Ciao.